I want to share with you a couple of things that you can do to propel your business forward, and most importantly, to get out of the information overload that you're probably suffering right now, so that you can see clearly where is that you're going in your business. So the first thing that I'd like to invite you to do is to take a step back and take a look across the pieces of information that you have acquired through programs, different courses, different masterminds, including one-on-one work. Take a look, start throwing out every single thing that no longer applies. Because when you took the course 5 years ago, you were a different person. Your business was at a different stage, at a different level. You might even have the whole different business. So take a look and only take what still applies to you, or things that you now see different from different lens, through different perspective, with new experiences, right? You might be reading the same book, but when you read it 10 years ago, you understood it differently than you do now. So go across every single thing that you have and start eliminating, throw out what no longer applies. From there, start piecing together things that still support your business based on where you are and where you want to go. What kind of business do you want to have? How do you want it to feel? What kind of person do you want to become, so that you can honor that? The next thing that you need to focus on is your offers. You got to make sure that you take a look into your offers from a perspective of your client, right? Where is the client the first time that they hear about you? What's the most painful problem that they're trying to solve there? And then if you envision the journey that you take them on from that point to where they get every single thing from you that you can possibly give them, and they literally graduate from working with you and move on, what's the journey like? Because you have to understand that not everybody's going to be ready for the best and deepest and the most brilliant that you have to offer right where they start. Some people might need to take step by step. So take a look across those offers. The next thing, when it comes to offers, you also got to make sure that you honor the way you want to support your clients. And here's one of the biggest disconnects I'm seeing in coaches, consultants, online service providers. You forget to honor yourself. You have been taught that in order to grow and scale your business, you have to do XYZ. For example, for coaches, you need to offer group programs. For consultants, you need to start offering courses. For service providers, you need to move to the agency style. The thing is, you don't have to. There are different ways that you can do, different approaches, different models you can adopt to grow and scale your business. So it goes the same way. Like, if you're somebody who gets fired up supporting clients one-on-one, why would you stop doing that? If you have stage fright, if you freeze talking to masses, why would you put yourself in front of an auditorium of people trying to sell from the stage? Right? Now, yes, of course, certain things can be taught, certain things are inventable, you have to go through them. But general idea is to honor how you operate, honor what you do best. And speaking of that, you also have to honor your audience. You have to understand what your audience need. Are they somebody who think that they can learn something valuable from $41, $49, $75, $95 course? Well, maybe your audience is the one who are not going to even talk to you unless it takes a substantial investment on their end, like $10, $15, $30, $20,000, $50,000 or more, right? They're not going to even take you seriously if you're undervaluing yourself. So think about that. And then the next thing you need to be super clear on is marketing, which I get it, it changes all the time. But what is it applies to you? What are your clients looking for? How are you going to reach your clients? How can you communicate with your clients? How can you connect with them? And here's a mistake that I have personally made, and it cost me, I don't even want to talk about numbers, but more than that, it cost me opportunities to make impact, to improve my clients' lives, right? To create greater impact. And that was, I was operating from my brain, I was operating from my mind, and I drew the line between business and personal. The thing is that with so much information out there that there is these days, people want to know that they're heard, they're understood, that when they talk to you, they can trust you and they can open up, because from the deeper and deepest pain, deepest fears, some of the most amazing breakthroughs and results are going to occur. But if you shut those doors like I did, you're going to rob your clients from reaching their goal, and they're going to be this short. You're gonna almost going to be there, but you shut the door. You have never even given them the opportunity to cross that bridge, to get to the other side. And it was an experience that I had to go through myself, and I wish that I could go back and fix that. Because when I was looking, there was a point when my business didn't feel right, where I look at the bank statement and there were all those zeros minus, and all those zeros a reminder of all the investments that I've made. Yet there was one thing that was missing in my business, and it took me a while to figure it out. But what it ultimately was that distinction between business and personal. So going back, I was trying to find the answers, like what was I missing? How can I incorporate that? How could I miss that? And what I realized was that I had friends, I had strangers, people who have never spoken to me before, open up about things that they never even shared with their partners. They opened up about those things with me. We solved those problems. But the moment we were talking about business, somehow something triggered me that I literally shut down, and I built it wall around me. And it was really a disservice to my clients. So while they were still, what I'd like you to hear is that, yes, your clients might be getting amazing results, but are they getting transformation? And I know that's a big word, a heavy word. It brings a lot of responsibility into conversation and expectation. So I want you to be able to manage that. But in the meantime, I want you to be really honest with yourself, tune inward, and does it feel right? Because if it doesn't, you can forget all the strategies, you can forget all the applications, all the tactics, all the tools, all the systems, every single thing that you have been taught. It's not gonna work if you don't feel right doing what it is that you do. And here's another thing that many times they won't tell you, is that what you set out to do 5 years ago when you hired your first coach or consultant, it's probably a lot different from where you're right now. Even 18 months can make a lot of a difference. So you have to consistently be tuning inward. You have to be honoring who you are becoming as a person. And I know that can be a very heavy topic, a lot to comprehend depending on what stage you are at. So I don't want to go too deep into that. There's going to be a different video on the topic. But to go back to a couple of things you've been taught and don't apply, and they literally have been holding you stuck, that definitely is one of them. So I would like to invite you again to consider really taking a step backwards, take a look across your business, every single part, every single component, every single so-called department, right? Marketing, sales, business development, graphic, social media, PR, client fulfillment, every single thing. Like, yes, we're not talking about corporation, we're talking about solopreneurs, small businesses. And that's exactly what you do. Still, you wear all those hats. Make an audit. Do an audit of your business before you make the next decision of how you're going to move forward, and then be super honest with yourself and honor that.